Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality. My genes are blue.
Sydney's Tweety, Casper.
Genetics are better than others. That's why they made my hair blonder and my eyes more blue for this. Your genes determine your worth as a person. And yeah, I mean that with a G. Where was I on January 6th? Just doing what's in my genes. When a mommy and daddy make a baby, it's not the state's responsibility to care for those genes. Genes will set them free. Or whatever that guy in Germany said.
On here in a minute, mostly because I feel like we all know what to watch out for now. We're all aware. We do need to take a look at the Sydney Sweeney American Eagle campaign, because although this isn't paint swatch beige, it is actually a perfect example of the second E in Operation Beige, which, as a reminder, is an acronym for boring and engineered to identify with gentrification and eugenics. It's never just beige. I scrolled past these ads like 10 different times because number one, I am not shopping at American Eagle. Number two, I knew it was some bullshit. And number three, I just don't really care at all about Sydney Sweeney. But I'm actually glad that I clicked play with the sound on, because this was Sydney's script. Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits such as hair color, personality, and even eye color. As the camera pans up to meet her gaze, she says, "My genes are blue," followed by the lovely campaign tagline, "Sydney Sweeney has great genes." This feels like as loud a dog whistle as we've had in retail marketing recently, and it just feels important to call out the Make Eugenics Sexy Again campaign strategy behind all of this. Because this is not Sydney Sweeney for Dr. Squatch bathe in my bathwater soap for men. And arguably, this is not even an ad for denim. This is Operation Beige, and this is fucking weird. Also a strange choice to follow up Sydney Sweeney has great genes with this profile view to display her perfectly European features. I work in advertising and choices are usually pretty deliberate. Anyway, I'm gonna go burn an Airy bra or two. These A cups are not gonna be missing much anyway.
That guy was a huge creep to me. Well, like how? What did he say? What did he say and what was the context of it and what are you leaving out? Do you feel like maybe he was joking and it went over your head like you don't understand humor? No, he wasn't joking. I feel like it was probably a joke. That's what I'm thinking as well. It's a joke and she just didn't get it. That's not what happened. Oh, so he didn't want to date you, so you're pissed off. Oh, that's for sure it. I didn't even think of that. It's for sure being dumb, not understanding humor in the dating thing. I can show you what he texted me. Women like hurl themselves at him and she's just pissed that he was like, no thank you. Oh yeah, that's it. She got obsessed with him, he turned her down and now she's going scorched earth. So nope, that's not what happened. He struggles with depression. Oh, my sweet boy. Oh my god. He struggles with depression and he said he's going through a hard time. I've gone through bouts of depression and I've never been a creep. This is a worse kind of depression. You wouldn't get it. This is like an artist's depression. You wouldn't understand. Sometimes we have to walk on eggshells around the people we care about. That's what we owe each other. No one's allowed to be a piece of shit, actually. There's no excuse, especially if you're 30 or older. But the thing is, it sounds like he was joking. Yeah, you're not even including the context. And if you have mental health stuff, do you feel like you're making it up for attention? Upvote. Oh my god, never mind.
Cannot believe the way that ICE is disappearing civilians into illegal prisons. I know, it's so insane. I can't believe this is our reality. I mean, it's kidnapping. They're regular people. They've done nothing wrong. It's just blatant racism and discrimination. Right. And just to think this happens all the time in Palestine. Ooh, well, like teenagers, kids, they'll be arrested, disappeared, brutalized for nothing. I mean, but that's different. What? How? Another hospital was just bombed in Ukraine. Jesus, it's just so horrible and you just feel helpless. Like, these are civilians, children. God, it's beyond devastating. And we've seen it just over and over for the past 2 years in Gaza. That's a tricky one. What? Well, do you condemn Hamas? What the fuck are we even talking about? Hey, I'm helping raise money for a family that made it out of Gaza. Can you contribute? My wife is Jewish, so... Okay. That really doesn't feel relevant. I mean, these are just regular people and they're utterly stateless. They can't work. They can't go to school. I just have mixed feelings. Is everyone fucking insane?
Guys, we gotta figure out a way to sell these jeans. Any ideas? Sydney Sweeney. You know what? That's great. Very popular actress. Sydney Sweeney and like the cameraman is kind of a pervert. What? Yeah, we have a really close, tight shot of her chest, and like sometimes we don't even show the jeans at all. You know? You do realize that the people buying these jeans are gonna be women. We should do like a pun between like jeans with a J and jeans with a G because Sydney Sweeney has superior genes. You're really losing me here. Yeah, we should have a shot where like it really zooms in on her beautiful Aryan, I mean, blue eyes and blonde hair, and she should just be like, my jeans. So good, yeah? Once again, we are trying to sell pants to women. We should also make sure that the jeans we're selling do not fit her well. It should kind of look like shit. What is happening?
That can't be the ad that you guys are mad about. Those cannot be the ads that you guys are mad about. I saw people saying that it was Nazi propaganda. You can't be serious. The Sydney Sweeney American Eagle, okay, so what? Like, so what? Like, what about that is, like, I need someone to genuinely sit down and make an actually intelligent video as to how there is a problem with those ads. So what? Okay, so it's like a little sexualized. Isn't literally every ad ever? Every ad ever? And y'all be going for it, but when it's Sydney Sweeney, suddenly there's a problem. I think that y'all genuinely have like something specifically against Sydney Sweeney, and I think it has to do with Euphoria season 2, and you guys can't separate Cassie from Sydney Sweeney because she literally doesn't do anything. Like, she literally doesn't do anything. She did that ad, and now everyone's going up in flames. Goodbye.
I don't think Sydney Sweeney is a Nazi. I don't think Sydney Sweeney is a fascist. I think she's just pretty. And that's why they say if she has good genes. Because she's pretty. She's not ugly. A Nazi? What?
I saw the Sydney Sweeney ad, and I know people are going to start like jumping in and being like, oh, you know, you guys are thinking too much. As a marketer, let me tell you all, no, we're not thinking too much. Layers and layers of approval goes into something like that. When it's public facing ad, it will have so many layers of approvals, of rewriting, of retouching. The messaging is intentional and it is on purpose. They are saying what they are saying, and it's meant to convey the message that we are all thinking it's conveying. It is conveying that message. So no, we're not overthinking it. We're not reading into it. It is a specific, deliberate messaging. And they chose a blue-eyed, blonde-hair, skinny white woman on purpose. It's eugenic propaganda, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So don't come on Al Gore's internet and try to defend
Oh my God, that jeans commercial. Oh my God. That was Nazi propaganda through and through. And furthermore, that entire commercial felt like getting detained. Like, it felt like getting questioned by a cop when your lawyer isn't there. It's like, can I go? Yeah, you can go. You can go. I wouldn't, though. It's not going to make you look good. But yeah, you're free to go. You're free to go. I definitely wouldn't, though. Like at what point, like, there wasn't a hint of subtlety. There was not a smidgen of subtlety. I genuinely thought people were overreacting about this video. I was like, man, it can't. They put it on TV. It's a commercial. They wouldn't tarnish their. Oh my God. That was the most blatant and like audible dog whistle I have ever heard in my life in the form of a commercial. What? How much money did they pay her to do that?
There are 3 underrated aspects of gentrification. Number 1, everywhere's gonna be the same after a while. If you wanna come from Ohio to New York City and you basically like Chipotle and like frat parties, then you can come to the East Village and it pretty much feels like that. And you can get dumb lit and they've got like a punching bag outside and are playing EDM, so you'll feel right at home. Number 2, everybody's gonna be rich, just like my dad. If everybody's rich, there's not really much of a need for like wealth redistribution, and you can just call up your neighbors and ask them for investments in your crypto business or in Yeah, probably your crypto business. Number 3, everybody's gonna look the same and do the same stuff. Everybody likes scrolling on their phone, right? Yeah, imagine if that's in real life. And basically the things that made the place cool before have become cooler because they're the same as everywhere else. So that is 3 reasons why
Eugenics commercial is a great reminder that gender is always one of the key battlegrounds of sort of fascist ideological creep. I've also seen people debate about whether they think the commercial is intentionally such a dog whistle for white nationalism. And the thing is, it doesn't really matter. As a cultural artifact, the commercial is embedded and represents and can tell us something about the time and culture and society in which it exists. And it's going to continue to circulate one way or another. The commercial is already a product and an effect of politics. And as it continues to circulate, will continue to affect politics. We live in a phantasmagoria of disconnected signs and signifiers. It's just another drop among the white
Sydney
noise.
Sweeney, stop appealing to the incel market. It's getting annoying. She just did an ad with American Eagle, which is a clothing company basically known for their jeans. It kind of starts with her zipping up her clothes and the camera moving up her body. It is Sydney Sweeney. She's very attractive. And she's narrating, jeans are important. They discovered things like skin color, eye color, and hair color. Odd. The camera makes it up to her face, and she says, "My jeans are blue," as the camera zooms in on her blonde hair and blue eyes. Not to sound like a lib here or anything, but like, if you watch the commercial, it does kind of feel like they're Third Reich posting. This isn't the first time she's made an odd marketing decision like this. A few months ago, she teamed up with Dr. Squatch to sell bars of soap infused with her bath water. Now, far be it from me, a man, to tell a woman what to do, how to market, and how to serve, but all these commercials appealing to gooners feels tasteless compared to how other celebrities do it. It doesn't really feel exotic or sexy. It feels marketed, soulless, like softcore porn, if I may.
Billie Eilish said what? I didn't catch that. She likes being in a place where everybody looks like her. Where'd she say this? In Ireland? But she's from America. The majority of the people here look... Oh... Wait a minute, so what are we saying here? Are we saying Billie Eilish is racist? Come on, she's a liberal. She's a liberal. Why is everyone laughing? Why is everyone laughing?
Her fans wrote those things on Beyonce's page, not Billie Eilish. I'm pretty sure she said something right after, right?
She had a racist boyfriend. When? She was so happy for Kendrick when he won the Grammy over her, right? Right?
What?
I'm pretty sure she broke up with him right after he said those things. How she don't like black people, but she dressed like TLC every day? DMX, Onyx, SWV, Soulja Boy, Cameron, Mason Bethel, Kendrick Lamar. She loves black people. Come on, y'all overreacted.
But she's a Grammy Award winner.
Genes are passed down from the mother and father to the baby. So inside every cell you have a genome. The genome is divided into chromosomes, and each chromosome is like a paragraph of DNA. And these genes determine hair color, eye color, hair texture. It's so fascinating because if you want to say, Dr. Maku, love the energy, but you have to stick to the script. Also, could you be a little bit more sexy, sultry? Eh? Sultry for what? Are you my husband? Come on, will you shut your mouth there? We are rolling in 3, 2, action. My genes are black. Eh? Where are you people getting this research from? Please, listen to me. The pituitary gland then starts...
Alright guys, we gotta figure out a way to sell these jeans. Any ideas? Sydney Sweeney. You know what? That's great. Very popular actress. Sydney Sweeney and like the cameraman is kind of a pervert. What? Yeah, we have a really close, tight shot of her chest, and like sometimes we don't even show the jeans at all. You know? You do realize that the people buying these jeans are gonna be women. We should do like a pun between like jeans with a J and jeans with a G because Sydney Sweeney has superior genes. You're really losing me here. Yeah, we should have a shot where like it really zooms in on her beautiful Aryan, I mean, blue eyes and blonde hair, and she should just be like, my jeans. So good, yeah? Once again, we are trying to sell pants to women. We should also make sure that the jeans we're selling do not fit her well. It should kind of look like shit. What is happening?
I'm not here to tell you to buy American Eagle jeans. And I definitely won't say that they're the most comfortable jeans I've ever worn.
Y'all, I don't want to talk about how Sydney Sweeney is an op, knowingly or not, but we gotta talk about it. I had to break out the big fat textbooks for this one, y'all. How many of you have heard that breakfast is the most important meal of the day? Stay with me. These things are connected. I promise. Have I ever let you down? Everybody knows that breakfast is the most important meal of the day, right? Well, guess what? That idea did not come from medical evidence or scientific research. It came from a 100-year-old public relations campaign and a communications strategist, a publicist, Edward Bernays, who was paid by a baking company in the 1920s to sell their product. He began to market bacon as part of a balanced morning meal. He convinced doctors to endorse that idea, and then he plastered it across billboards and newspapers everywhere, and boom, suddenly, bacon was a health food and breakfast was king. This is propaganda, marketing dressed up as truth, and you live inside it every single day. Buckle up, students. Professor Barger is in, and I'm black at it again. Welcome back to TikTok Cons Analysis class, where we don't just talk all things communications and media, we seek out patterns and decode them, frame by frame, word by word. If you're new here, I'm Amira Barger. Hi. Behavioral communications consultant, professor, author, and your fearlessly authentic bestie. Let's get into it. So, why am I talking about jeans right now? Because Sydney Sweeney, an American actress and Euphoria star, in case you've been living under a rock, was recently featured in an American Eagle jeans ad. The script went a little something gross like, I'm not here to tell you to buy American Eagle jeans, and I definitely won't say that they're the most comfortable jeans I've ever worn or that they make your butt look great. But if you said you wanted to buy the jeans, we're not going to stop you, and blah, 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 blah. On the surface, it sounds harmless, even cheeky, and yet this is literally the playbook of Edward Bernays, the father of public relations. The entire vibe of that ad, it's telling you you're making this choice for yourself while manipulating you into doing exactly what they want, which is precisely why recognizing it is important. And the Nazis, just as a for example, they used this playbook too. Joseph Goebbels, Hitler's propaganda minister, took notes from propaganda like it was a master class, particularly in framing messages, using emotional appeals, and manufacturing consent. And Bernays, the author, later said he was shocked and horrified, but the fact remains his ideas were powerful enough to be weaponized by a fascist regime. And that's how influential propaganda techniques can be. They don't care who's using them or why. So who exactly is Bernays?
I find it crazy how there are really people out here dying of depression because they feel like they can't tell anyone around them because the people around them will just gossip about them instead of helping them.
Mango is asking a question that so many of you have asked me, and I just want to start off with saying, no, none of that was fine with me. Mostly because I actively ignored everything that was being said about Donald Trump while I was in the cult. And you have to understand it is a cult and they have an excuse and a reason for everything. And I honestly don't ever remember hearing about the grab them by the pussy thing until later on in my tenure of being MAGA. And then he said good on both sides, banning Muslims, all that. That happened later when I was actively deconstructing from the cult. So yes, that was an issue with me. But a lot of people will also ask, wasn't the racism enough for you? Wasn't the bigotry enough for you? And I've explained this a million times in the comments, so I'm coming on video to say this. I was not a good person. I was not raised to be anti-racist, okay? I did not grow up in a place where people were good humans. We'll just put it that way. I had racist beliefs, and I have done the work every day since to deconstruct those beliefs. I know my answer is never going to be good enough. It's probably not going to make sense, but that's the whole point. I was in a cult, and I'm just here to share in hopes that it brings some enlightenment to someone.
I am a poor wayfaring stranger while traveling through this world below. There is no sickness, toil, or danger in that bright world to which I'll go. I'm going there to meet my Father. I'm going there, no more to roam. I'm just going over Jordan. I'm just going over home. I know dark clouds will gather o'er me. I know my pathway's rough and steep, but golden fields lie out before me. My wayward eyes no more shall weep. I'm going there to meet my mother. She said she'd meet me when I come. I'm just going over Jordan. I'm just going